I'm now going to give you a sword demonstration. I do something called iaido, which is the art of drawing and cutting with the sword. Okay? I'm going to demonstrate 3 kata. Okay? Kata are a series of moves that you do to train yourself as a warrior, to practice your moves. Okay? So when you come onto the real thing, you know what to do. Okay? It's about instilling in yourself a reaction, a natural reaction to use the sword and any other weaponry. And gammanate means face strike. This next form is called morotsuki, and it's 2-handed thrust. I'll perform it on the side so people can see it from the sideways. Third and final form, it's called shihokiri, 4-directional cut. Arigatou gozaimasu. If you read the book, you'll learn that the sword is the soul of the samurai. This here is my sword. It's from Japan. The blade is made of steel. For those people who can look closely, for the kids here, you notice how the light plays on the blade. You'll see there's like a waveform on it. Okay? Now the waveform is created when they sharpen the edge of the blade, because steel itself is quite soft metal. So they sharpen it. And this waveform comes from them polishing and sharpening the blade with stones, getting smaller and smaller. And it's almost like a signature of the sword maker. Here we have a groove which runs down the sword. Okay? They call it the blood groove. It's so when you've stuck it in somebody, pull it out, it makes it easy to pull out. Otherwise you've got your foot on them trying to get it out. But in actual essence, even though they say that, it's really there to lighten the blade, okay, and make it stronger. That's the real reason for it. We have a handguard called a tsuba. Okay? I'll show you that. It's highly decorated. Okay? I can't do it without holding the blade, which is stupid if I don't want to lose my fingers. Okay? It's of a cormorant. Okay? You see that? So very beautiful. So they're works of art as well. And swords can fetch, up to priceless. There can be millions and millions of pounds for a true samurai sword. And finally, the last part I'm going to show you is the kisaki. The kisaki is the tip of the blade. It's not very nice when you look at the tip of the blade, is it? It's quite threatening. And there's a power in samurai swords, which you'll understand. So this is my sword, and I treat it with the utmost of respect. Please don't get me wrong, I'm not glorifying weapons in any way. But if you do martial arts, okay, you understand an element called bushido. Bushido is the way of the warrior, and certain elements of that are respect. Okay? One of this is respect for other people, respect for yourself, respect for weapons. Okay? And it brings in honour, loyalty and courage. Okay? And these are things that get instilled both in myself and kids who do martial arts. Okay? So you don't glorify it, we basically respect the weapon. And they introduce to you what's known as a bokken. Okay? The bokken is the wooden sword, it's the training sword. Okay? This is what all samurai would use to train. It's my first sword. It's like anybody's first sword. It is lethal nonetheless. Miyamoto Musashi, who was a legendary samurai warrior, won his first duel with this and killed the man, aged 13. Japan was a different time back then. And this is exactly the sort of sword that Jack, in our book here, Young Samurai, would have used. Now Jack is our hero. He's stranded in the 17th century. He's bullied. He is alone. He does And he's also called Gaijing. Now, Gaijing is like a racist term for foreigner. It means southern barbarian. Okay, and he's called this by everyone but one person, Akiko. A beautiful Japanese girl dressed in kimono. But what you don't know, she is a highly skilled samurai. Now, the section I'm going to read to you today is called Best Out of Threes. And sensed that its lapse of judgment, Yamato broke with fighting etiquette and attacked Jack without waiting to match guards. He swiftly struck at Jack's bokken and cut downwards at Jack's neck. Jack just managed to spin out of harm's reach, stepping back to create distance between himself and Yamato. Yamato cut across at Jack's feet. Jack had to jump, and he lost balance, but somehow blocked Yamato's returning strike to the stomach. "Yamato!" reprimanded Akiko, but he resolutely ignored her. Yamato slammed his bokken up under Jack's, knocking it skyward out of his grip. He then kicked Jack hard in the chest. I don't know why I'm always picking on you, but choose your mate next time. It's the real Jack, suppressing forward his attack. Yamato swung his weapon directly at the real Jack's head. At the last second, more out of instinct than design, Jack ducked and felt the tree shudder as the bokken collided with the trunk, a shower of snow dropping from its branches. This had turned serious. Will Jack survive and become a true samurai warrior? I have to read it by now.